My friends, did you know that certain greens can be like a secret weapon for staying vibrant and alert as we ride into our 50s and beyond? I wish I'd known this sooner. From romaine lettuce to a surprising sea moss, these legumes could be just what we need for youthful energy and a sharp mind. This is Alice from Natural Healing Food, and you might just discover your ultimate green ally today. Share these tips with a friend today and also help our small community to grow. Alright, let's talk about romaine lettuce, something you might usually think of as a simple salad green. But let me tell you, there's more to it than meets the eye. Picture this. You're at a little garden market, and there's this older gentleman who's been farming for over half a century. I once spoke to a guy like that and he swore by romaine lettuce for his daily meals. He wasn't just surviving, he was thriving, even in his late 80s. Now why is that? Romaine lettuce is packed with vitamin A. It's like a natural elixir for your eyes, and anybody over 50 can tell you how precious good vision is. You know those pesky reading glasses we all seem to end up needing? Well, romaine isn't going to perform miracles, but it supports eye health, keeping our peepers in top shape much longer than ignoring this humble leaf. Plus, it's got a good bit of vitamin K, which helps maintain bone strength, something that often sneaks up on us as an issue when we least expect it. And here's a little fun fact. Did you know romaine offers a nice dose of folate too? Folate's one of those things that helps keep our brains sharp. Think of it as the spark plugs to keeping those neurons firing efficiently. I remember a friend's mother, who was always fiddling with those Sudoku puzzles and could beat me at Scrabble any day. She swore by her romaine and avocado salads almost religiously, and you have to wonder if it wasn't contributing to her mental agility. But here's the thing that really caught my attention: romaine is ultra-hydrating. As we get older, staying properly hydrated becomes a bit of a juggling act, doesn't it? Agile hydration is an unexpected trick up romaine's sleeve. It's like giving your skin and body a nice, refreshing drink without downing gallons of water. So how can you work it into your life a bit more? We're not talking about turning everything upside down. Try mixing it in with your favorite sandwich, or blend it lightly in a smoothie to reduce its natural bitterness, just like that farmer did. You could even lightly sauté it. I know sounds odd, but give it a try in some olive oil for a quick side dish. Next time you're at the store or farmer's market, take a good look at those romaine bunches. Maybe give them a nod of appreciation, because more than just a crunch in your salad bowl, they're a little package of vitality and a silent helper in keeping us feeling young and ready to take on whatever comes our way next. And speaking of veggies that can lend a hand, let's mosey on to our next leafy green hero, collard greens. Alright, my friends, let's cozy up to the soulful side of green, collard greens. Now, I know for many folks, these might bring back memories of warm kitchens and family dinners, especially down south. Collards are a staple, and for good reason. I remember in my younger days, visiting an aunt who could cook up a pot of greens so good it'd make you weep tears of joy. She lived to a ripe old age and always had a vibrant spirit. So, what makes collard greens worth adding to our arsenal of youth-enhancing veggies? First off, they're loaded with vitamin C. Imagine them as one of nature's ways of boosting your immune system, like an army of tiny soldiers keeping you fit and able. As we gracefully embrace the years, maintaining a strong immune system becomes like holding an umbrella in a rainstorm, rather essential. But here's an impressive touch: collards are rich in calcium. Yep, just like milk. It's one of those unexpected gifts that help contribute to keeping our bones strong. You know how they say, don't let life break you? Well, physically, collards totally have your back. This is one way to stand tall in every sense of the phrase. And another little tidbit: collards are fantastic for heart health. With all their fiber, they help keep cholesterol levels in check. I had a buddy who swapped out his breakfast for smoothie bowls with greens, including collards, and he swore it changed his cholesterol game altogether. Plus, it made his morning routine feel a bit more invigorating, instead of reaching for that same old toast and coffee. If you're wondering how to bring collards into your everyday life, think beyond just boiling them to death. There's a whole world of flavors to explore. They're great sautéed with a bit of garlic and a splash of lemon, which makes for a vibrant and zesty dish. Or how about sliced thinly and added to a warm winter stew? You'll be surprised at how they elevate a simple pot of veggie stew to something quite nourishing and cozy. Adding in those collards doesn't mean you have to take anything out. They're one of those additions that only enhance what you're already doing. And let's face it, as we find our stride in wisdom-filled years, whatever keeps us dancing through life a little longer is worth its weight in green, don't you think? So perhaps the next time you come across a fresh bunch of collard greens, remember my dear aunt and how she managed to keep dancing in her kitchen well into her golden years. With that in mind, it's time to gallop on over to our next leafy contender, the mighty kale. Now let's wrap our minds around kale, the leaf that some folks treat like a rock star in the veggie world. And I can totally see why. It's like the Renaissance artist of greens, managing to do a little bit of everything and doing it well. But before you roll your eyes thinking it's just another trend, let me share a story with you. I know a fellow gardening enthusiast who started growing kale in his backyard. At first, he thought it was just for foodies or health nuts, but as he incorporated kale into his meals, he found his energy levels climbing, and even his clarity of mind felt sharper. Now here's why it's worth singing its praises. Kale is packed with antioxidants, which are like the body's cleanup crew, sweeping out the cellular debris that can slow us down and make us feel a bit creaky. They're like that friend who comes over with a broom and a pizza, helping tidy up your place when you're tired. Keeping those cells clean can make a world of difference in maintaining zest and vigor. Then there's the vitamin K, which kale serves up heartily. This vitamin plays a key role in helping our blood clot properly and maintaining those precious bones. And just like the sturdy roots of a tree, solid bones support everything else in our bodies. A neighbor of mine, a retired nurse, always starts her day with a kale and banana smoothie. She claims it's her secret to climbing stairs with the enthusiasm of someone much younger. Now here's a fun one. Kale contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which are nutrients known to support healthy vision. It's like having a natural pair of spectacles that help keep the world bright and clear. Nothing beats being able to see those picturesque ocean views or witness grandkids' smiles up close. And let's talk taste. I've heard from many who have gotten tangled in a love-hate relationship with kale. Maybe it's an acquired taste, but it's also incredibly versatile. You could bake it into crispy chips with just a sprinkle of sea salt for a guilt-free snack. Or toss it into a hearty soup for a burst of color and nutrition. Oh, and if you're feeling particularly adventurous, kale can be lightly massaged with olive oil and tossed with fresh lemon juice for a refreshing salad base. The flexibility of this leafy gem allows you to incorporate it in myriad ways, making it your trusty co-pilot in the quest for vibrant health. It's no surprise that adding kale to your plate could be one of those small dietary tweaks that bring about surprisingly big results. With that bit of knowledge, let's dive deeply into the ocean's treasure with our next super green, sea moss. Now, my friends, let's take a delightful dive into sea moss, an oceanic gem that often flies under the radar but has quite a bit to offer, especially for those of us keen on maintaining our sparkle post-50. Picture this: a coastal breeze, salty air, and a seaweed harvest that turns out to be more than just something fish nibble on. I once met a retired sailor who swore by the powers of sea moss. Despite decades on the sea, he was vibrant and lively, attributing much of that zest to incorporating sea moss into his diet. Now, why should we care about the slippery sea veggie? For starters, sea moss is packed with iodine, a critical nutrient for thyroid health. The thyroid, that little powerhouse in your neck, acts like the conductor of an orchestra, ensuring our metabolism, energy levels, and hormone balance are in sync. Maintaining a happy thyroid can mean the difference between feeling energetic and being stuck in the slow lane. Sea moss is also a rich source of iron, which is crucial for maintaining energy levels. Remember those days of youthful exuberance when bounding upstairs was a breeze? Iron keeps our blood oxygenated and our energy humming along. I had a friend who struggled with feeling sluggish until she discovered sea moss gel, which she now blends into her smoothies or stirs into her tea. She says it's been a game changer for her daily vitality. Additionally, sea moss contains compounds that support healthy digestion. Think of it like a gentle wave washing through your system, helping to keep things flowing smoothly. It has mucilaginous properties, which means it can soothe the digestive tract and help everything glide through nicely. And let's be honest, as we get older, keeping digestion on track sometimes feels like a rebellious teenager, unpredictable to say the least. Now, if you're wondering how to incorporate sea moss into your diet without feeling like you're munching on rubber bands, let's explore some options. Sea moss gel is probably the easiest way. It's flavor neutral, which means you can add it to everything from soups to smoothies without affecting the taste. It can also be used as a plant-based thickener for stews or used in desserts. If you're into DIY projects, you can prepare your own sea moss gel at home. Just soak dried sea moss in water, blend it up, and voila, you've got a nutrient-rich gel ready to boost your meals. It might sound a bit adventurous, but with just a little prep, sea moss can be a healthy and versatile part of your daily routine. Now that we've sailed through the wonders of sea moss, let's wander into the wild and discover the often overlooked lamb's quarters, another hidden gem in our green collection. Let's meander into the world of lamb's quarters, a plant that might often be labeled as a weed, but don't let that fool you. This green packs a powerful punch. I once stumbled upon a charming community garden where these greens were hailed as local legends. An elder gardener there spoke of lamb's quarters like they were a treasure hidden in plain sight, often overlooked but incredibly potent when recognized for their true value. So why give lamb's quarters a starring role in your kitchen? For starters, these greens are teeming with vitamin A and vitamin C, both crucial for maintaining that youthful glow. Remember those sunny, carefree days in our youth when we didn't give a second thought to our skin's appearance? While we can't turn back time, vitamin A can help with skin maintenance and repair, keeping things looking fresh. Plus, with a dash of vitamin C, you boost your immune system, always a good idea. Lamb's quarters are also rich in calcium and potassium, critical players in the game of bone health and muscle function. Like the foundation of a trusty old house, solid bones and strong muscles keep you going strong, whether it's chasing after grandkids in the park or taking a stroll down memory lane, literally. Here's something interesting. It was once a staple during the Great Depression when times were tough and nutrition had to be smart. This hardy green helped famished families back then pack in nutrients without breaking the bank. And much like good advice from your mother, it's just as relevant today as it was back then. And how about the taste, you ask? Lamb's quarters have a mild flavor, not unlike spinach, making them a versatile addition to your meals. I knew a lovely older woman who swore lamb's quarters were the secret ingredient in her famous quiches, delighting friends and family alike. Or consider trying them in a simple sauté with garlic and olive oil, or tossing them into a fresh salad with some citrus. If you're feeling a touch adventurous, like rekindling an old hobby, why not try foraging for lamb's quarters in your own backyard or nearby green spaces? It's a friendly reminder that sometimes the best nutrition grows right under our noses, quite literally. So when you encounter this humble plant, remember it's not just a weed to yank out and toss aside. It's a culinary and nutritional ally just waiting for your appreciation. As part of our never-ending quest to age gracefully and robustly, lamb's quarters surely earned their place at the table. Ready for the final lap? Let's turn our eyes to another underappreciated but noble leafy green, the ever-reliable green cabbage, and see what secrets it has to keep us feeling young and sharp. Now, let's give a round of applause to green cabbage, a vegetable that's likely been a part of our kitchens since forever, yet somehow never gets the spotlight it deserves. Cabbage might seem a bit modest, sitting there quietly with its layers and layers, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. My grandma, a woman of infinite warmth and wisdom, used to make a mean cabbage soup that she'd serve up whenever anyone in the family caught a cold. She'd always say that it had magical healing powers, and to this day that soup seems to do the trick. Green cabbage is one of those greens that pack a powerful punch of vitamin K and vitamin C, both of which are crucial as we age gracefully. Vitamin K, which we've touched on before, does wonders in maintaining bone strength and supports the health of our blood, keeping everything clot-free and easygoing. Meanwhile, vitamin C is the energetic friend who lifts our spirits and keeps our immune system fortified, ready to battle a cold elevator, or that sneezy neighbor we might run into. But there's an unsung talent of cabbage lurking beneath those leafy layers. It's a powerhouse of fiber. You know those days when digestion feels more like a roller coaster than a peaceful walk in the park? Fiber comes in like the gentle guide, smoothing out the ride, and keeping the whole system running like a well-oiled machine. Maintaining good digestive health can make the daily gatherings around the family table much more enjoyable. Now let's not forget about its role in supporting heart health. Cabbage is rich in anthocyanins, which research suggests might help lower inflammation, particularly in red cabbage variants, playing a role in keeping our hearts happy. An old neighbor of mine, a seasoned history teacher, always championed cabbage in his famous stir-fried dishes. His secret? He touted it as part of his routine to keep his heart youthful and endlessly full of stories to tell. Wondering how to bring more cabbage into your everyday menu? Here are some ideas that might tickle your fancy. You can go classic with a comforting cabbage soup, reminiscent of those heartwarming stories from Grandma's kitchen. Or maybe try your hand at making homemade sauerkraut, a tangy delight that's not only delicious but also offers probiotics for gut health. Don't shy away from sautéing it with a bit of sesame oil and soy sauce, or even tossing it into a raw salad for a refreshing crunch. Its versatility makes green cabbage a loyal companion on your health journey. With our exploration through these wonderful greens, we see there's truly no age to living vibrantly and fully. Let's take a moment to appreciate that these simple yet extraordinary veggies are here to support us, growing together with our soft, strong, ever-curious community. And there we have it, my friends. These 6 marvelous greens offer their unique ways to keep us feeling spry and sharp well past our 50s. Why not try incorporating 1 or 2 into your meals this week and see how they make you feel? If you enjoyed this chat or found it helpful, drop a comment below, like, and subscribe for more tips on staying vibrant and healthy. Also, be sure to check out the description and pinned comment for some special material just for you. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our small community, and remember, more great content is waiting for you on our channel. Stay lively and keep shining.